There you go. Maybe, maybe not. Let's see. Here we go. All right, YouTube, we are live. Welcome, welcome. Good to see everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello, hello. Those of you in YouTube, welcome. You guys throw me a hi or a wave in the chat and get started. Looks like I'm on hold. Okay. How's everybody? Hello, hello. Welcome. Good to see you guys. So I was just talking to a friend earlier, and exhaustion, the energy is thick, right? It's thick, it's heavy, it's intense. I'm not quite sure. Oh, I'm on the wrong thing here. Sorry about that, guys. I apologize for my delay. Here we go. There we go. Hello, YouTube. Sorry about that. A little glitch in the system. Technology is always so fun. So tonight, hello, Patricia. Good to see everybody. Welcome, newbies. Welcome, all my friends. I am going to, let's get started here. We're already a couple minutes over. Sorry about the YouTube delay. All right, here we go. So welcome to the Truth Tribe, everybody. I am Daune Thompson, and thank you all for being here. You are all perfect exactly where you are in this now moment. There's nothing wrong with you. I have to say that every call, because it feels like insanity is happening. I love you all very much. I dump hearts on you every day. Truth Tribe is always to illuminate self-awareness of your health, of your wealth, and of your love. How to get love, how to be love, right? I don't believe you need 20 years of therapy, but you need clarity now. And so you also do not need an astrology chart for Truth Tribe, but it sure helps for self-awareness when I bring it up. And I bring up the astrological alignments later in the call. And you can get that on my website, or go onto the homepage and you can scroll down. You can get even astrology, self-awareness astrology 101 with your chart and understand how to read it. So when I bring it up, you know what I'm talking about. So directing your life instead of hoping, which is what we all do, right? We're all hoping that we can have a better life, right? We're looking outside of ourselves and we have to direct it. And it's time to stop hoping that life will work out, and it's time to take your power back. And you have to do it now, and you have to do it with crystal clarity, but it's going to take some deep diving, okay? And confusion and delusion, or clarity and creativity, are the theme on the planet right now. And we are at a terrible creative clarity. We are terrible at it. I don't know a lot of people who, when they're in their job and they're very creative and they do it, but then when they leave, they're not getting creative with their lives. So when I ask clients, what do you want? It's more often than not. And I'm telling you, I rarely have a client that will say, oh, I know. It's typically the answer is, I don't know. And that's a cop-out answer. You do know what you want. You're just programmed to accept less and to say, well, if I pick me, then that's going to interrupt the system with other people. And that's what people don't like. So it's really important that we start understanding, and you have to start acknowledging yourself. Okay. February, the whole month, and I'm going to tap into the planetary alignment in a little bit, the planetary update, and it's still the same, but I'm going to remind you why this is happening. So February is going to show all of you many changes that you have been avoiding, yet they are the light you all seek. You will be pushed to confront, like almost like resistance. You're going to be pushed to confront your insecurities. No matter how hard you try to avoid them, they're going to keep coming up. God is pushing you into the light. Divine consciousness, your inner light. And if you can push open the door, you're avoiding that door at all costs. Remember, you stand in the center of your astrology wheel, and there's 12 rooms all surrounding your lighthouse, and each room represents a category of your life. And there might be one or two categories, the what do I want category, or the emotional category, or the career, or the money category. They all point to the same place, but it's you avoiding the ones that make you insecure. So if you can push the door that you avoid, it's the very insecure, every insecurity is inside that door. And if you can push on that one door, the dark door, just push into it, you're going to all of a sudden just amaze yourself. You're going to be amazed by what happens. Why? Because we have to go to the things that are uncomfortable right now. And it's going to keep coming up and keep coming up, repeating. You can pray, my friends. You can channel. You can set intentions, mantras, all you like. But the reality is they're based on hope of something out there. And I feel like a broken record. I'm like, you can take your power back. Doesn't mean you're not going to have shitty days. You will. And they aren't going to be fun. But it's still you stepping into, I have to get creative and get very clear with my creative ways of what I want. We have jumped timeline frequencies, and the veil has thinned to support direct contact with your guides and source and your God. Direct contact. All you got to do is just connect, because God is listening. Source, divine consciousness, angels are listening, and it's time to dialogue with them. It's time to dialogue and learn to discern your voice and your power instead of pushing your voice out and hoping that you were heard. That's kind of the platform we've been on for a long time, right? It's time to connect and align your soul's path. Remember, you have a river of light running through your spine from divine consciousness all the way into the earth. And when there are blocks there, that's what's getting us in trouble. And the blocks are those rooms you don't want to enter. But when we start tapping into consciousness of higher realms and angels and God and spirit guides and alternate universe beings, it's also important to learn to protect yourself, not just from people, because they're like, well, I don't like them. I like them. I can spend time with them, but not too much, because they're so uncomfortable to be around, and they're just dark and heavy. Okay. Those are real people. You have to learn to protect yourself, not just from real people, but also from energy seen and then the unseen energy. It's time to learn to direct your energy with alignment with that soul's truth. And if you are in your soul's truth, you're going to align with loving higher souls that are aligned with you. And it's why I've shared in the last two truth tribes, excuse me, in the last two truth tribes, to clean, to clear, and to protect you from low frequency energies, physically, mentally, and spiritually. Why? Because there's not only heavy people, but heavy spirits. And the fascinating piece is spirits match your requests energetically. So if you're requesting and you're commanding and you're aligning and you're dictating your life, but it's angry and irritated and frustrated, you're getting that support. And that's what we keep forgetting. Spirit guides match your energy. Angels match your energy. God says, well, okay, I really don't want to, that's not what you really deserve, but okay, here you go, asshole. Take more asshole people in your life. That must be what you want, right? So this is what we have to ask. So if it's low and unclear, you get that matching energetic guide. support system on the other side. But what's happened, and I've watched this, is most people have lived separate from spirit, right? We're separate. It's out there somewhere until now. And remember I keep talking about we inverted, right? And so we were body, mind, and spirit. And now we're going from spirit, which is the fifth dimension and above, and mind, then bringing it into the mind, then we're bringing it into the body. So now our contact is direct. It doesn't have to go through the body, through the mind, then to spirit. And it must be aligned with our own, right? With our own soul. So connecting with spirit directly is also requiring you to be clear with what you want and who you want to help you achieve it. And it's really hard for people to actually just pick what they want. Now, this would be no different if you think of it in a different sense, okay? This would be no different than you asking an artist for gardening suggestions and then getting their limited or no solution answers, and then you're disappointed, right? Or if you need financial advice, right? If you need financial advice, you go find someone or some high frequency angel who is financially abundant knowledge and bring someone who's been successful in that department as your guide for guidance. But we don't think that crystal clear. We just send it out and hope. So this is how you stop accepting physical and spiritual advice, by discerning where your soul needs a frequency upgrade. You have to be self-aware. People ask me, what is your biggest tip to people right now? Self-awareness. I mean, complete understanding of who you are, why you tick, where your blocks are, where your gifts are, where your light is. Who are you? And so when people go, well, what is the best tip you can give to a human? Is self-awareness, emotional intelligence, understanding who you are. So hoping for it is not commanding it onto your happy highway. If you missed last week, we talked about how to determine and create a happy highway in the higher fifth dimension of time and space where you manifest. Okay, and so you can go back and listen to, we're on 102, go back to listen to 101. It's on Spotify and YouTube for replay. So a lot of people, if you're in the spiritual community or you're open-minded enough to understand, whether it's a psychic, a clairvoyant, a medium, whoever, a lot of people channel. And there is absolutely nothing wrong with that. But I see energy differently. And channeling is opening up to another's interpretation, basically, of your challenge and then seeking their approach. Okay? Sorry, this is 103, guys. I'm off of my numbers. Someone just told me. So again, channeling is bringing in what someone else is telling you. Okay? And I've done this many of times myself, and I still do once in a while, but it's always in the sense of hoping for some random guide to give me the information. And I hope that it comes in as what I'm looking for, or if it's something enlightening, or if I'm just channeling some information that's quantum field experiences that I wouldn't even know what to ask for. So I'm asking for alignment to that, but I need some higher knowledge. Okay, so that's hoping and that you're going to get what you want. It's always been a lot easier for me to just have like a direct dialogue and ask divine consciousness, God, angels, spirit guides for direct dialogue. I mean, just ask them to leave me a message or a sign to make sure I receive the direction clearly and that I'm being clear and that they are clear as well on what I'm requesting. But we have to start asking ourselves, do I pray that way? Do I intention that way? Do I put mantras out that way? Or am I just hoping that this is going to align me to what I want? And what you don't realize, it's not, because it hasn't, and everyone's still funky right now. Your expected outcome is commanding. It has to be commanding to bring you a sign that you are on the right path of action. It's less about wishing and hoping that and it's more about directing your guides to alignment of the life that you intend and you expect to live, and then making sure with a sign from them. You've been clear on what you need their assistance for, whatever that thing is. But we get real wishy-washy. I really want more money, and then you get a penny, and they're like, "We did it, yay!" Right? And you think, well, that's not what I wanted, and they're trying to tell you you're not clear, but you're so close to source right now. Just get clear, okay? So, are you being clear about your health? Are you being clear about your wealth? Are you being clear about love or any category in your lighthouse of your life? The DMT method, self-awareness astrology, basically on steroids, where we get clear on all 12 categories of your life, is February 22nd, in a couple weeks, my friends. It's exactly that. Because I think this is silly that we're sitting here waiting and we're not getting clear, because that's what it is. It's self-awareness, becoming aware of where you are, right? Of where you project your energy out in low, insecure paths. And we're like, I asked what I wanted. Did you really? Or raising it up and then sharing this information with spirit, and then putting it back into you with water that you're charging with your high frequencies of living the life you deserve. Okay. And so this is a really big deal, because a lot of people think they're doing it till they get to DMT method and they're like, oh, wow, I'm really having a hard time with raising my frequency. And I'm like, dream as big as you can dream, my friends. So it's just one topic tonight. Are you really dreaming it into what you want? Are you really specific on what you want in your relationship? Are you really specific? That's love, what, health, wealth. Are you really specific on how much money you want to make and the kinds of ways you want to make it and the alternative ways you want to make it and undisclosed ways of making it? How much is it? What is it for? What are you doing with it? Where are you going with it? What are you going to use it for? Health. Are you really specific on, I want it to be a natural solution? No, I want it to be an immediate solution. No, I want it to be an energetic solution. I want it to be emotional healing. What is it? Because February has so much energy going on. And we discussed this last week. Like I said, I'm going to bring it up in a little bit and we'll review it again. But the planetary review update, when I share it with you, you're going to go, oh my gosh, you cannot hold on to anything from the past of insecurities, challenges, boulders, fears, anxiety, guilt, shame. Someone just said, I'm not being clear about my fun. Yeah, do you feel guilty about wanting to have fun your way? It shouldn't matter what anybody wants for you or not. What do you want? You must push through the door, because when you open the door, you're being given alignment from God, from your guides, from your angels to move to the light. The door opening, there's a window and it's open. It's just waiting for you to open it. And so I see so many people struggling to release the old. And what I'm trying to share with you is we have just gotten so programmed that it's comfortable. It's our safe space. And so we struggle to release the old because the new is waiting for you. It's waiting for all of you, and it's waiting to deliver it fast. That's what February is. The second you acknowledge what you're trying to get out and go, okay, Spirit's like, what now? So minimally repeat the mantra daily. Everybody repeat after me. We're going to do it right now. Okay. Say it out loud, or if people are around you, say it in your head. Okay. Angels, clean, clear, and protect me from low vibrations, physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Okay. You reset your mind by repeating it again to your guides. Now pick one thing that you're like, I need to get really clear on this. Pick a topic. Okay. They'll repeat after me. We're just going to put the topic in, but then later you're going to do it again and you're going to say it so crystal clear to your guides that they're going to be like, oh, okay. Repeat after me. I command my angels, guides, and God to deliver clear, unwavering, unmistakable signs to create the reality I want in, say whatever it is, I'll say fun, in the fun I want to have. I'll get specific later for the interest of time. And then I want you to say, I ask for my messages to be in my face with clarity of my next step and make it easy to achieve. I'm going to repeat this to you so many times. Hard work is over. The quantum realm is here, my friends. And all you got to do is open up and let the light in. And so I want you to think of one thing right now, all of you, one thing that scares the ever living shit out of you. I mean, it's like, oh, but if I say it to them, but if I do that, but if I pick me, but if I stop doing whatever it is, if I keep getting sicker, if I don't have enough, whatever. Okay. Whatever the thing is that scares the crap out of you. But if I don't share my emotions, if I don't get more tapped inside of me, it scares me, whatever. Okay. Pick one thing that scares the crap out of you. And now I want you to remember when we did last week, we jumped onto the quantum field and then you just decided what you wanted. And all of a sudden up there, you're like, oh, well, I want it to be this. That's what it is. And the second you make that intention, the command, this is what I want, and you drop the coin back onto your life, it's done. There's no begging, hoping, wishing, because you were very crystal clear in the astral realm of what you want. But down here, it's not going to make sense. Your guides they don't even understand what we're doing half the time because they think we're like being, completely ridiculous by not just being crystal clear with what we want. Repeat after me. I teleport onto my happy highway now. Clap 3 times. The sound is a frequency. The frequency activates it. Okay? Okay, so I'm just going to do a mini review here. We're not going to have a super long class tonight, so give you guys a little extra time tonight. Planetary update. Remember, this is why you are all being pushed to change fast right now. Okay, this is why. And so instead, I don't like to blame planets because they're not doing anything but just having waves of energy, of sound and frequency. And you either decide to ride the wave or you don't ride the wave. Okay, we are still dead center in the lineup of a 6-planet parade. A party at a line, a big line party. And it's opened up a portal over all of us. What does the planetary alignment mean? It means be crystal clear with your desires and do not negotiate. Why? It's not if this is going to affect you, but how. So you're either going to end a relationship, you're either going to end a health issue, you're going to end something, end a bad habit, end a fear, end an insecurity, end something, but it's going to infect you. Why? Because whatever it wants you to end, it's what you're afraid to acknowledge. And once you acknowledge, it opens up to all these opportunities for you to pick crystal clarity of what you want instead. This is how this is appearing to purge out all the old weight and all the old patterns that are holding you back from your purpose. Now, remember, your purpose does not always have to be in alignment with your career. So don't think that, okay? Your purpose, I teach what your purpose is. You can go find out what your purpose is in the DMT method event, or you can get it on my website in the Zodiac Wells Your Medicine Wheel class. Okay. So this alignment that's happening serves as a reset point, not just for you, but the entire planet, the entire collective. Okay. Awakening all the dormant soul codes, and your soul codes that know how to heal you, that know how to love, that know how to feel, that know how to succeed, that know how to elevate, that know how to expand who you are. It's waking them up. But if they're hitting blocks, they can't open up. particularly those connected with your mission on Earth. You all came with a soul blueprint. It's laid out on your birth chart, on your astrological wheel. It's all there. You all came with a mission, and you came here to complete it. And karma is completion. It's not if you do good, you get good, you do bad, you get no. Okay. I tell you guys this, but I'm going to keep reminding you. Karma is completion of things you don't want to do. And you may have done this many lifetimes. You're like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I don't want, and you're like, okay, fine, I'll do it. Okay, that's what this lifetime's all about. You're clearing all that karma of insecurity and self-doubt and guilt and shame and fear and going, wait a minute, no one's stopping me. That's what's happening. Okay. So now you can see that you cannot live a lighter life if you are holding heavy old emotional toxic blocks and energy in your cells. You are an energetic battery, my friends. You are a grid of energy. You are not physical matter, but you are atoms and energy bouncing off each other to create a heart and a hand and a table. That's all these things are just energetic blueprints to create matter. And you don't see the matter if you're not looking at it. If you're in the kitchen, you don't see the desk in the office. So the matter doesn't exist until you create it with your reality. Okay, so this energy that's happening right now is triggered by this new Aquarian energy that has come in. We are in the smack dab in the middle of Aquarius. I'm having a birthday. I'm an Aquarius, so shocker, you're all talking to an Aquarius. Aquarius rules the future. Aquarius rules science and technology and humanity coming together, being one, more powerful, more embraced in supporting each other and loving each other. But it's going to take some time because we're all holding on to old, heavy, dark bullshit. Embrace what you want. Embrace what you want your future to look like. That's where we're at. You're in the midst of the most powerful timeline hop ever. And we've hopped. So what feels like chaos in your old energy, keep remembering, oh, that's right. It's coming up because it's dissolving. It's not coming up to make me look like, oh, I'm bad. I'm not enough. I'm not good enough. I don't deserve it. That's not why it's coming up. It's coming up so it can dissolve, clearing your space for a stronger, more aligned, more abundant version of you. Trust your intuition. It's guiding you perfectly. Even an argument, even a challenge, even a pain, even an insecurity, those things are coming up for you so you can break open. Okay? Everybody tap into the thymus here. This is where the nervous system and your immune center sits. Repeat after me. I am courage. I am love. I am truth. I know courage. I know love. I know truth. Remember when you're nervous and you forget everything Dawn says in one of her calls, you can't remember, and you're sitting there and you don't know what to do, start tapping. Just right here. I am courage. I am love. I am truth. Not I have it. Not I'm gonna be. Not I hope I'll get the truth. No. I am. I am is a statement that embraces the energy you tap in. That's who you are. Okay? All right. So tonight on the Q&A, I'm going to open it up completely to any topic you want, but specifically on if you want to ask about how to talk to your guides and your angels and God and spirit in this new light, because it is a new light. And I've shared this multiple times with all of you on Truth Tribe, is that religion is starting to get a bad rap and it's crumbling. I don't think the tradition and the beauty and probably the first writing of the Bible or some of these doctrines weren't beautiful. They have beautiful, amazing things in them. But what's breaking apart are the structures of control. Because now we're realizing we can tap into source any second we want, just like I've taught you, using that mantra. Remember that mantra that I just shared with you? I'll repost it again tonight or tomorrow. It's in the Facebook with Truth Tribe with Daune Thompson in the Facebook group. So if you're not in the Facebook group, go join it on Facebook. And I always put everything we talk about in the wall so that you can go grab the quotes and stuff. Okay. So I'm going to open up to angels and guides, and I want to ask, are you being clear? Do you think you're being crystal clear when you are commanding guidance for a specific topic? Someone says, hold on. Can we ask for multiple guides that have specific talents? Yes, absolutely. So guys, this was funny. I share with you limited amounts because there's just only so much you can do in a half hour, 45-minute call, okay? I have a guide for every category on my astrology wheel. I have a self-awareness guide, a money guide, a communication guide, a career guide, a love guide, kids, health, a get on stage guide. I have guides that are specifically trained, knowledgeable, have had lifetimes of information on this so that they are around me, feeding me with that kind of information or energy at all times. Are they always coming through clearly? No. And I ask myself, am I being clear? And that's what I've been getting clarity from Spirit lately is we're not being clear. That's what they're saying. You're not really telling us what you want. Okay, so yes, you can have 20 guides if you want. I just wouldn't remember all of them. I just know the name of all 12 of my guides. I have my higher self guide, which is my spirit guide. And then sometimes I just go direct to God when I'm like really irritated and I'm like, listen, God, this is my beef with you and we need to work this out and this is what I need. So, I mean, there is no name or angel or guide. Source is just tapped in and you will get aligned with the alignment of spirit that you are actually getting crystal clarity with. Okay. All right, someone just said, I know what I want. I'm crystal clear. Yes, it's about time. Okay, so okay, I wondered if this would come up. Someone says, can low energy or dark entities attach to you? Yes, they can, but only if you are engaging in low frequency living. This is kind of something where people get really tripped up with. And if they are simply if you're commanding, so people are like, what do I do if I feel it? Okay. If they're there and you're feeling a guide or you're feeling heavy and you're like, I thought I opened up, and this is where I tell people to be cautious about channeling. If you're not putting light around you and you're not channeling only to like, Christ consciousness or angels that you have to be crystal clear. But if you're like, something heavy is around me, simply command them to leave you. I command you to leave me as I am protected in Christ consciousness light energy. It's the purest form of light. Okay. If you feel heavy, you feel energy around you, you're too heavy, even if it's just that. So sometimes, it's time when you're feeling that to clear and protect. Christ consciousness, my friends, I use that word a lot. Is simply pure, unconditional, loving light. Light. It's light. Okay. So darkness will disappear in it. Darkness cannot exist in light. Thus, and I'm not speaking about Jesus per se, but expressing his high frequency. Okay. His high frequency in everything you do. So it can be any divine God, goddess, goddesses that you are in your network and that you feel comfortable with reaching out to, that that they express pure light. Does that make sense? So if your guides and your angels are kind of heavy, you're probably pretty heavy. And that's what we have to acknowledge when people are like, are there darkness? Can people put a spell on you? No. It's you carrying dark energy and you're feeling darkness around you because you aren't being crystal clear about who you are and what you want and talking to those guides, those angels, that God. That makes sense? Okay. Let's see. Anything else about spirit guides, guardian angels, how to tap into them? It's about making a command. Let's see. This one says, I've had many challenging issues all appear at the same time. Is this meaning I'm purging them? It probably does. It absolutely does. And you can direct these challenges by commanding your guides or God, whoever you speak to, angels, to realign you with what you want instead. The challenge is letting go so that you can replace it. And I'll go back to the first statement I made, you guys, at the beginning of the call. What do you want? And most people on this call probably still can't answer that question. I don't know. And like I said, I call bullshit. You do know what you want. You just won't tell people because we're so afraid of the aftermath or what will happen, or maybe they won't do this for me anymore. Maybe they're not supposed to. Because when you're crystal clear, your guides will align you with exactly a fast, immediate solution to get you where you're trying to go. So a lot of times when a lot of stuff is coming up at once, you have done a lot of work on yourself and the purge is happening because you're moving through the darkness and you're moving into the light. You're moving to a lighter place. Light is basically a frequency. And dark doesn't mean bad. It's just with a lower frequency because there's less light. There's less you can see. There's less you can acknowledge. There's less self-awareness when you are in a dark space. And so using a lot of this commands instead of hoping and praying and wishing, it's got to get replaced. And when you replace it, it changes your game. Okay? Okay. Any other questions tonight, my friends? That's it. You guys all are tapping into your spirit guides, your angels. Remember, I will post that mantra of clearing and commanding your guides on the Facebook group. So if you're not in there, like I said, it's free. You just gotta have to ask permission because I was getting some not so friendlies trying to request to get in, and I just got rid of them. So all of you can get in there easily. I know who you all are. And so go onto the Facebook wall, copy it, paste it, put it in the notes of your phone. I have it in the notes of my phone, and I read the mantra every morning and every evening. And I know it by heart, so I just say it, but put it somewhere where you can just read it. Angels, clean, clear, and protect my energy physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. That's it. Put yourself in alignment. So remember to join the Truth Tribe. Remember always to like and share and invite a friend to the next Truth Tribe so that you can talk about this stuff and share what to do. Remember, if you're like, it's time for me to go to the next level, okay? Do not forget to grab your seat at the DMT Method Live virtual event. It's February 22nd in 2 weeks. 1 day of 10xing your entire birth chart blueprint, right? You raise your frequency in every category of your life. If you have not signed up, go to ideserveitnow.com. It'll pop up immediately on the screen and you can learn more all about it. Tonight is my last night for the $25 discount. You can use the code, but it must be used in the next 48 hours or it'll disappear. DMT discount 25, one word. DMT discount 25, one word. It'll take $25 off the price, so you have a full day with me at a discounted rate than the rate that's on the call. It's a 1 day, it's super fun, it's lighthearted, bring a friend. I want as many people to start breaking out of this silliness. It's silly that we're all sitting here, okay? Frustrated and overwhelmed when you have the power to take back your life. If you are listening to this after the live session in YouTube or Spotify, the links again will be in the notes below. And as always, find me with any questions, text me, DM me, email me. It doesn't matter. You know how to find me. I'll see you all soon. You guys, thank you for joining me tonight. I love you. Brightest blessings. If you missed this, it should be up in about an hour or so. Have a great night. Take care.